We're going to step it up a notch, go a little bit better quality on the paints and the pour medium and the canvas, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Here we go. Huh? For the pour medium this time, we're going to go with Flood Floetrol. You can get it in a quart bottle for about a little bit over $7. And it's better than using glue, actually. But I wanted to give you an experience with the glue first, just so you could have an inexpensive way of learning how to use a pour medium. I personally like to use the gallon jug. It's a little cheaper if you're going to do quite a few paintings. If you enjoy doing these, then it's actually cheaper to get it by the gallon. I would suggest that. And I'm going to be using Artist Loft paints. The black and the white come relatively inexpensive in a bigger jug. It's about, I think it's $9, a little bit over $9 for this size here. It's a quart. I get the colors in a tube like this. It's about $5. And I like to use Dollar Tree things as often as I can because it's cheap and it works great. I'll be putting the paint that I mix into these. Alrighty, I'm going to be mixing my silver in this container. I'm going to add the paint first. I like to cover the bottom a little bit, about a ½ inch high for the amount that we're going to use. My Floetrol. I'm going to give it a shake first. I'm going to go about a little bit more than half of that. And then we'll give her a good stir. Now with Floetrol, you will find that the consistency is quite a bit nicer than the glue. Okay, and I'm going to put the lid on so that when it tightens, the spout is away from your hand. Then we're going to mix the black paint, and we're going to be using quite a bit of the black paint because we are going to cover the canvas, and it's going to be overflowing off the edges much nicer than what it did with the glue. I'm going to make a pretty good batch here. Now with the Floetrol, you will see, and it's already doing it, those are called cells. You can get it with glue, but it's a little tougher to get unless the quality of the glue is pretty decent. But I tell you, I just prefer to use the Floetrol. It seems to achieve the cells much easier. And once again, I'm going to put the lid on in such a way that the spout is away from the handle. Okay, now we'll get out our trusty magnets. Set them out here. Get them spaced out good. You can get these black canvases in a 2-pack for $8.99 at Michael's. By the way, I also get those paints, I get those at Michael's as well. Now we're going to take a cup and we're going to layer the paints into the cup. Put enough to cover the bottom, and then decent little bit of amount here. Then another layer of silver. Then another layer of black. And some more silver. You get the idea. And we'll do this until we're out of silver. Alright, now we're going to do our flip cup. Going to put the canvas on top of the cup, hold it into place, flip that puppy over, and set her down on the magnets. Then we will take our remaining paint of the black. And we're going to go all the way around the cup with it. Now the amount of black combined with the amount of silver and black that's in the cup should be plenty enough to go off the edges nicely. Okay, so we're going to begin to edge the cup up and allow some of the silver and black to come out and creep up underneath the black. You can see the cells beginning to occur here. There are some pretty neat ones in here. And then I'm just going to release it. Set that aside. And we are ready for our tilt. You can see the cells in there pretty cool like. Before dropping it off the edge, I'm going to kind of try to fill the entire perimeter with a little bit of something. Got some cool cells occurring. And then I'm going to let it thoroughly drip off the edges. But I don't want all of it to come off. I just want enough to cover the edges and then go to a different corner. And you're going to get it all over you, so be prepared. I've got a couple of towels prepared already so that I can wipe up immediately afterwards. There's some pretty cool cells in there. Okay, we've covered that edge nicely, and this edge, and that edge, and the back edge. I'm going to set it down here, and I'm going to look at the corners to make sure they're thoroughly covered. Now these droppings should come out pretty darn cool for use for doing some skins. And here's what we have. Got some pretty cool cells and lacing. Lacing is where the paint colors kind of mesh together real cool. Alright, this is pretty cool looking, and I'm going to let it dry overnight, and we'll see what it looks like. Should be pretty awesome. Alrighty, so I'll be back as soon as it's dry. It took 4 days for this puppy to dry, but it's looking pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's got a nice metallic hue to it. And it's got some pretty cool cells and lacing involved. Alright, so I got something really cool planned for the next one. We're going to paint this beautiful gal right here. Looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. Hope to see you there. Alrighty, have a good evening.